I need to fix my steering. So here's my handy dandy mock-up tool. Basically, the existing steering that I'd already done just didn't come out in the right spot. So it was trying to come out basically like that. And that would basically put it coming out somewhere around here, which goes directly into the back of the motor. I thought I could do a joint down and across, but I think that's going to be weaker. So I'm going to scrap using the original. Unfortunately, the wiring is set up to use the original steering, but that's an easy disconnect, so that's not a big deal. So the plan is to take this and get it down. The vice grips are in the way now. Basically get it down into the floorboard and come out the bottom there, which will give me a straight shot down to my steering. So I ordered a new setup through Flaming River. That should be here in the next couple days. Okay guys, my column from Flaming River showed up. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to mount this now. So step one is going to be to drill a hole through the floor where I can actually get it to come through properly on this side. So initially I drilled from the underside where I could actually get through, and that showed up kind of right there, which was right into my accelerator pedal. So that's not great. So now I have to do the hard way, which is I drilled this hole as a pilot hole, and it comes out right here, which is where I need to. But the problem is there's a 1x1 piece of steel framing that I need to drill through with the hole saw. So that's gonna be fun, but I'm gonna get her cranked through and figure out how to heal up the damage. All right guys, another day in the shop here. Basically I got the steering in. I mucked around with it late one night and didn't do any filming, but if you watched the other steering pedal install video that I did a while ago, you know that I put this big giant mounting plate underneath here. So this plate up here. So to work on this, I just basically added to that and then bolted on the Flaming River steering column holder to it. Painted it all up, welded it up, so that's all secure. The tilt works out really good in the position. I might have to slide it out a bit to clear whatever I'm going to do for the front of the dash, or just cut around it, but I'll deal with that part when I get that far. I'm kind of just mucking with the brakes right now as well. So I got the hydro booster on. Cramming 10 pounds of shit in a 1 pound bag is becoming an issue. I can see that this thing's already going to be hanging out of my hood. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I think once I get the headers on, I'm going to have to rethink the hood part. It might just be the top of the hood and not the whole hood. Leave the sides off, or build some custom sides that kind of deal with all the stuff that I have poking out. But the steering clears the firewall. And it's a really straight shot down to the bottom. So that worked out really well. So that's all welded in and painted, tightened up. I'm just waiting for the steering wheel to come in now. So I'm gonna muck with the brakes, which I got the pedal welded into the spot that I wanted. I got my brake sensor in, so that's mounted, and now just trying out the Hydro booster to see how that's going to fit. I'm wondering if you can actually clock these a bit to turn them, because I am just touching or about to touch the coil pack connector, or maybe there's a low profile coil pack connector that I can get. So I got to look into that. Now I'm going to just kind of bolt everything together here and see how this is all going to work, because there's a lot of stuff in a little space. So, and my radiator came in too, so that's going to work out a lot better, but I'll deal with that later. So, yep, that's the progress I've made. I got steering now, finally. that's actually connected. So that's a really good thing. And now let's see if I can get some brakes connected up. I decided to turn my attention towards the grill shell. So this video is kind of jumping all over the place because I'm trying to button up small things that need to get finished. So the idea here is going to be to mount the radiator inside the grill shell. So to make that work with this frame and the mounting, I need to basically grind out these rivets and take the radiator support that's inside the grill shell and move it up. And that way I can take these mounting ears and put them on top of the frame so that it will mount cleanly on top. So this is the radiator that I grabbed. It has a fan and a shroud and everything I haven't put on yet. It had some tabs on the side for mounting, which I conveniently zipped off this morning because that's what you do with your brand new aluminum radiator, is hack it up. So I'm going to clean that up. It fits really nicely inside that shell. And the fill spigot should land somewhere in here, so it should clear the throttle body. But I need to get the hood onto the whole setup just to make sure I got the grill shell in the right spot. I think it needs to go back a little bit further still, which I have the room for. But I think I got to get the radiator together, kind of get it inside the grill shell in some sort of mocked up form, and then see how far back I have to push it. I think I might have to take that metal support out to get the radiator all the way back, so I might have to fab up something. But it's looking like I'm not going to be able to run the sides of the hood, which is okay because the headers are going to be coming out the bottom, so it's probably going to work out okay. And the alternator also hangs out, and the brakes are going to hang out. So my 10 pounds of crap in a 1 pound bag is piling up, but I think it's going to work. So I got to get grinding some rivets, I think, to get that inner structure of the grill shell moved up. So I'll start with that and then see how it goes. Okay, just a quick test fit of the radiator inside the grill shell. Obviously it's going to be much higher when I'm done moving it up. So the plan is to kind of move this arch with the arch of the grill shell, or pretty close to it. But she fits in there pretty snugly. It sticks out maybe, I don't know, it's mostly the fan that sticks out. The radiator's in with the shroud, so maybe 2 inches out, which is good because I have to shove the grill shell back from my test, basically 1 3/4 inches. So I should have enough room just to move it back to where it needs to be for the hood, and still be able to run the radiator with the fan. I think I can get this whole thing back a little bit further, because I can basically thin out that cross member and put some supports on it on the inside. When I get it out, I can weld some new stuff in there. So that should give me a little bit extra clearance, and every little 1/2 inch is gonna help. So keep figuring this out. So just a quick update. I got the radiator support out of the front grill shell. So that was actually really easy. There was just these, like, there's one there. These rivets, they're super soft though. So I'm not even sure they were steel. So I ended up just kind of hacking the ends off and then drilling through them with a strip drill, and out they came. They were super easy to get out, like 10-minute job. So that was good. Now I'm just trying to figure out where I got to move this support. So the whole U part of the support needs to come off the side brackets, and I got to move those up. So that's got to go up, I figured out, about 4 inches. And then I got to extend the mounting brackets out onto the frame. So I'm gonna basically cut some steel and fix those up, move them up, get that all mounted and happy. and then I'll start modifying the grill shell in order to fit onto this new location. I'm gonna have to do some cutting to be able to slip over the frame, and then I'll have to see if the radiator will fit. So a little bit of math and figuring out, and a little bit of hacking and cutting. I think I should be able to get this back together. So the plan is to kind of clean the radiator support all up, weld anything that's kind of shaky, make that sure that's good and solid, because that's going to mount the shell and the radiator. So that's going to all get cleaned up and probably painted. I'm going to leave the grill as is. So that's the plan. That's what I'm working on. The other kind of cool thing that showed up today was the steering wheel, which is way nicer than this truck deserves, but it's super cool. So now I have steering, so that's good. Well, that looks too high. Been trying to figure out where to put my grill shell. So I got the rad support tabs welded on and just stuck the grill shell back to the support. Now I'm just trying to figure out, with my very scientific method, how to slide this down to get it to a height that I'm happy with. The other problem is going to be, I think the hood's going to be too short now, so I might have to lengthen the hood. Exciting, isn't it? Be nice to have you over here, Tommy, to give me a hand. All right, some more mucking around here. Chopped it out. Ran my tape again to kind of give me an idea of my hood line. I put a low across. Basically a little higher on the cab side, which is what I want. But I think it's too high in the front. So I got an inch marked. I'm just gonna drop the level down an inch to kind of see what that looks like, and then go from there. Try again. Well, the grill's bolted to the radiator support, and I just stuck the radiator in to see if it would fit. And how close is too close? I think we're a little too close. I'm gonna buy myself a ½ inch somewhere in here. So I think I have to modify this a little bit more, or just slide it forward a little bit, but I'm pretty much at a frame. So I might just extend the tabs. I don't know. What do you think? All right, another beauty day out. I managed to actually get some time in the shop to mock up the grill shell to kind of get it actually mounted. So she's mounted totally solid now. I have some rubber between my mounting on the frame to give it a little bit of jiggle, I guess, like body mounts. I guess aluminum radiators have a habit of snapping when they jiggle too much. So I'm not super happy with these mounts up here. I'll probably redo those when the truck gets back from getting its headers. So that's where it's heading today. So I'm just kind of buttoning it up and packaging up to take it out. So I threw the door back on. I'm just taking all the tools off of it and out of it, and making sure no parts are gonna fall off it in transport. But basically, that's what I'm gonna end up running, I think. I may lose the bottom of the grill shell when I actually do the bumper, because I don't like how far that is hanging down. But she's solid, and I figure when I do the bumper, I can go right out of the frame and around the grill, and I'll be good to go. So yeah, I have almost no clearance, but just enough. I might have to, when I take this off to paint the brackets and stuff, I might have to shimmy it back a little bit or clearance the holes, just to give me a little bit of breathing room, because I don't want anything whacking where it's not supposed to be whacking. But the brackets are all welded in, and good to go. So she's tight, but she fits. And yeah, pretty happy with it. So I guess next time we see it, it will be getting on a truck to go get its headers done. So those are going to be coming straight out the side and then under the cab. So that should be pretty rad. Just have to wait to get that done. I think that's outside of my skill base. So setting it off to get it done. Anyways, that's the progress. I'll probably take some shots when I get it outside, but so pull it out, having a look at her. This is the first time I've been really able to get some distance on it in a while with the grill. Well, I mounted the grill today, but this is the first time I've been able to see it. And it looks like the grill is crooked. So, to figure out what's going on with that when it comes back from the headers. I don't know if it's crooked or it's just this light playing tricks on me. I have to do some measuring and see what I got. It's out in the sunshine. The grill's all in. Tank's all in.